Right, we're live again. I'll see if anybody shows up. And I'm live. Okay, so we'll see if anybody shows up, and we'll take it from there and see what happens. I apologize if there's nobody here, so there's nothing to apologize for yet. So we'll see what happens. Leave it to my dad. That's all right. This one kind of got chopped up. Hi, we got somebody here. All right. Give it a few minutes, see if anybody else shows up. I can't thumb up myself. Hi, Anna. Hi, Millie. All right, so the two of you guys then are going to get a direct one-on-one. Anna, welcome to your sort of direct one-on-one with you and Millie both. All right, thank you guys. It only shows one of you here. It's so weird. Google is just so weird, or YouTube is just so weird. Well, Google is too. But. All right, so we're going to jump back into the channeling here. I apologize. We are in airplane mode now, so my dad cannot call through. My dad, like I said, Anna, as you know, has frontal lobe dementia. And so every 20 minutes, not every, but more than most, he'll call through. And it just, yeah, it happens. So my dad busted it up by calling when, yeah. So, all right, Bonnie, thank you. Yeah, we got kicked off. My dad called in. I forgot to put it on airplane mode. My dad has frontal lobe dementia and just calls and doesn't realize what he's doing. But that's a blessing to me because you don't remember if he calls. So if I'm busy, I can just swipe him away. It's about 3 seconds of guilt, and then it sets in and goes, in about 10 seconds, he won't remember he called me. So I'm kind of lucky and kind of not, because it's like nobody wants a dad who can't remember anything, because but he's the most grounded. My dad is the absolute most centered person on the planet, because the only moment he knows is exactly that moment. He can't remember anything from a second pass. So he's always right exactly where he is. So in that aspect, I love it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get back into the channeling. 6 of you guys came back. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you, Angela. Anna, Bonnie, Millie, whoever else is out there, thank you. Grateful. All right, so we're going to get back into the channeling. Thank you, guys. This will, I guess they'll both be up in part 1, part 2. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put my head back down here, and it's kind of just for effect, because honestly, I could just do this. All right, welcome. We are channeling with Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. There's really no need for Josh to put his head down, because the channeling, it's really kind of for effect, and it helped him in the beginning. But he doesn't need it now, because he will just stand there and he'll talk to people and he'll just start channeling. Like he was at the event on Sunday night at the Star House. You want to look something up? The place is fantastic. It's got a 6-foot buried crystal in the middle of this building with it all reclaimed wood. And then the building is perfectly gridded to north and south with all of the astrological signs on the floor. I mean, the place is absolutely stunning. So we'll put the link or something maybe in the video later. But nonetheless, so he got to channel to front of other people there, and that's how he started to move his hands with the light language. So keep that in mind when you see Josh moves. He is moving with the language of the light. He is not just flailing his arms, so to speak, and going berserk, but he is moving energies around. He is flowing to you energies as well, because Saint Germain is not only about, I'm a grand alchemist, Saint Germain, but I move energies. I was able to create gold. I can create all kinds of things, but I'm going to create in your space smoothed out energies that will allow you to push love into the grander source field, which is really why you are here in the first place. You know, Josh has been stating in his videos, this is something that has come up. He says, do you love yourself at the end of your videos? Or do you love yourself now? He said this before, but this is something that we want to get into as well, because it all ties to where are you sitting in yourself? Are you sitting in your south node? Are you sitting in your higher north self? Are you sitting in your third eye self? Or are you sitting in your lower chakra self? Which there's nothing wrong with. Our creative aspects come from your lower chakras. But if you are sitting in that in trauma, then you are not creating. That is where we are asking for you. Are you finding the love for yourself in your own universe? This is going to be a question that you can only answer for yourself, but are you loving yourself through these energies? Are you beating yourself up? As these energies come through, as these new feelings come through, as these 8.79 solar flares come through and knock you off your ass, so to speak, which is partly attention because we want to get your attention. If you are walking in the light, you need to know that this is your time to learn to love yourself. This is not the time to be pity partying yourself. Whatever is going on in your universe, dark night or otherwise, climb up, pull yourself as best you can together. If you are in your dark night, shed what is coming up, but tackle what is in front of you. Don't You can do this, and it's been done, but try not to be the dark knight on the couch. That's not going to work very well in these newer energies. 3 years ago, dark knight on the couch was the expectation. Now, dark night is, I hear this, I push it out, I give it to the grand source, I understand what I am feeling, and I write it out, I journal it, and I release it. And now I take the newer free on me and move forward to step forward just a little bit more. Not sitting there waiting for the next trauma to come through. We are breaking through the trauma and climbing up and moving forward, so to speak, in our universes as fast as possible. It's not a race, but we want to move forward. We do not want to be stagnant at this time. Why? Because we need our army of light workers to get together, to find their unity in their light and vibration as best as possible in love, without ignoring your shadow and dark side. The idea is, of course, that you are thinking that you are going to be loved, so you will push out your shadow. You will push out your dark side and just be the love. That does not work. You cannot ignore your dark side. This is about balance. The twin flame is a merging of everything about you. It is merging your energies so that you can reach your higher self. That is where you are now, your north node and your south node, your dark self and your light self. You have to honor your darkness. When you slip, you're not slipping. It is part of who you are. Your trauma reactions are part of your darkness. What you may do to soothe yourself was part of your reactions to your universe. It's part of who you're made up. To think that you are going to just get rid of your reactions. I'm going to be the perfect person. I'm just going to walk in love, Om, all day long, and everybody is love, and nothing triggers me, and everything is amazing, and all I eat is high vibe food, and I drink the purest water, and my clothes are made from 100% organic linen, made by people who make $35 an hour, who your universe is not going to happen. Stop. Slow down. You're on planet Earth. Allow for whatever is. Accept it for what it is. Nothing is us. Deal with your energies as they are. To be. You are wishing for more, so much more, and living in the wish, but not accepting your personal reality. So when you are finding your darkness flaring up, I'm not going to say run it, take it, grab it, and run it to the end zone with a touchdown and dance with it. But we are going to say acknowledge the energies. If need be part of those energies. But realize why those energies are coming up. What at that moment is fueling those energies. Honor it. Don't just shove it away. It's part of who you are. You will not figure yourselves out. You will not find your balance. You will not find yourselves in your north nodes if you are not acknowledging your south node first. Let me repeat that. You cannot find your higher self if you do not acknowledge your lower self first. That's very important. You must. There's no must, but again, if you ignore your lower self and try to just be your higher self, you're going to be a dichotomy. And every time you get into the energies that creep in for your lower self, you're going to beat the you know what out of yourselves. And we don't want that. You beat yourselves up all the time for energies that come in, that have been coming in your universe for years, or energies that you are trying to smooth over or fix or what have you, clear from your universe. So you're trying to clear this energy and it comes up and then you beat yourself up energetically, internally. I am better than this. I should not be doing that. This is nothing that is good for me. Whether it is or not, you are judging yourself, whether it's good for you or you should be better. If it comes up, it comes up. You learn to accept. This is part of the new. You can no longer battle yourself. If you want to battle yourself, I'll see you in the old earth. You will not find peace within yourself, and the inner battle will not. You have to let it go. You find yourself, oh, I did that again. Whatever it is. I'm only going to make an example. Say, I don't know, you like to eat cake. I'm just making something up. I don't know. So you find yourself at midnight eating a piece of cake again, and you go, damn it. I told myself I would not get out of bed and eat pieces of cake at midnight anymore. It's not healthy for me. That's okay, though. You are eating cake. How many times have you eaten cake at midnight before? You're going to stop that immediately? No. What you are going to do then is eat the cake, and you're going to go, okay, it's not what I intended, but I am here, so I'm going to enjoy my cake. But I'm going to look at why. Do not just get angry with yourself. This is why you have to start exploring your behaviors. Why do you do such things? Don't be an automaton in your universe anymore. It doesn't work. Don't dervish through your universe. Don't allow your dance trauma body to control you. Realize that if you are acting in some way that you would want to say, this is not appropriate for me anymore, this is my south node. Take a deep breath. You are already there, so be where you are. And then understand yourself. Go inside yourself. Get your journal out. Ask yourself, what is going on in my universe? What am I feeling? What could have triggered me? What have I not cleared that is allowing me then to be in my dark side? And that's okay. You are partly dark, you are partly light. To ignore that means you are not going to find who you are. You are only going to be the light, which is actually a lie, because you are partly light, you are partly dark. You are all energies. You are denying yourselves of that. Realize that and you will be so much better. Take a deep breath and say, I am all energies. I am the darkness. Yes, and I am the light. It's what I choose to express at that moment. You have choice. We gave you all the energies of the universe. We did not make you all automatons. We did not program you, so to speak, to just be of love. You are allowed to be. Anger is a purposeful emotion. Fear does have its purpose. If you are walking, if you had to take a walk across Ukraine, you might be in fear. We're going to leave it at that. It might not be the safest place for you to walk, so you will be walking in a state of fear, which gives you heightened emotions and keeps you in a better place for that sort of situation. So keep all that in mind. Your emotions are there for a reason. Don't try to push out fear and anger and all that stuff and allow I am only the light. No, you are not. Being only the light, you are going to miss out on a lot, and you're going to drive yourself nuts because you're going to try to correct yourself every single time you are not the light. You're not going to allow what needs to move through you otherwise. Keep all that in mind when you are not feeling your light. And I'm not the light today. I am feeling like garbage. I need to be the light. I am supposed to be a light worker. A light worker also works in the dark. A light worker realizes that in order to find the light, it must allow its darkness to be too. In order to know light, you must know your darkness. In order to know your divine feminine, you must also work with your divine masculine, and vice versa. Balance. Find yourself in between all of those lines, and you will find yourself in a much happier position. You will find yourself walking a better road. You will find yourself at peace. A lot easier than, I must always be in the light. Now, of course, we are not saying to be dark on purpose or anything of the sort, but we are saying is when your darkness comes up, to honor that portion of yourself, to honor who you are as a full human being, all of everything, not just, I am a light, I'm just the light inside me. That is true, you are source love, but even source has darkness within it. Everything contains its opposite. To not honor that is not honoring yourself. Keep all that in mind. Find your balance. When you get angry, look why you are angry. When you are happy, look why you are happy. Create more of that. Don't create more of what's giving you anger. If it's a situation that you are not in control of, well, that's up to you if you want to allow outside situations to generate emotions within you. We cannot state how you want to vibrate on this planet. That is completely up to you. You are the discernment and how you create your universe and how you carry yourself energetically. We are just here to help guide you to realize who you are and how to best carry those energies in your universe to create the better universe for you. Even if you are pushing your dark energies at that moment, there might be reasons why you need to. You might be angry at somebody, and you are allowed to. There's a lot of you who think that if you get angry, then you are not being of spiritual mind and you cannot be angry. Bullish. That's bullshit. I'm going to state that completely. Saint Germain generally does not cuss, but in this time and space in your universes, that is an acceptable way to get an information out, and sometimes a loud way to get information out. Stop bullshitting yourselves. Basically, you are allowed to be dark. You are allowed to be light. Stop trying to. You are trying to. You try to dish up the emotions you think you are supposed to have. I am supposed to feel this way, so you try to dish it up. But when anger or frustration or slow energies that just piss you off, whatever it is, that come into your frame, you push them away because that's not how I'm supposed to be. Instead of allowing those energies to flow into your frame, to be part of who you are and push through you. Keep all that to yourself. When it comes in, when those energies come in, keep that in mind. All we are going to say, allow those energies to flow into you. You are dark and you are light. Not honoring that is not going to work any further. Walk in fullness of who you are in balance. Realize when you are feeling darkness, go into the reasons why. Take a moment to ground yourself, accept that energy, and walk forward. It will dissipate. It will give itself reason why it's in your frame, and you will then have to act on it. But pushing it away is not going to work anymore. You are not finding your balance. And that is really the purpose of this conversation, really. With all the energies coming in, we are pushing you to find that balance. We're pushing all this super coding into you so that you can find the balance within you and push out what doesn't need to be there anymore. Some say you would go crystalline. You are going from a carbon-based structure to crystalline. You are becoming more light, however you want to see that. And the central sun is bumping into the solar sun, your sun, and it's sending all this energy to you. Accept it. Fighting the energies is fighting yourself. Allow what is coming into your frame, into your body, and into your energy field as it is. Accept it. Don't fight it. Walk with the energy, and you will find yourself as a new soul. You will find your body will release. You may find in the next few days you are lighter, not physically on the scale, of course, but inside you might feel so much lighter. You might feel floaty because these energies at some point will dissipate and they will merge inside you. By next week, all your headaches and such, unless the solar flares continue and Saint Germain does not know what the sun is going to do. The sun does not give, it's not giving its solar flare schedule to Saint Germain, but so to speak. But there may be more X-class flares. Just be prepared. It is for your best that these are happening. It may feel like crap while it is happening. But what it is pushing out is the old code, the old programming, the old matrix DNA, the old stuck energies. And what it's bringing in is you, the new you, the Dharma you, the you of love who understands that they have darkness, the you that is going to ground onto this earth in its purpose, the you that is going to find its balance. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled twice. We apologize for Josh's dad calling through, so there will be part 1 and part 2. We will cut out the middle part where Josh may have hung up on a few of you trying to get in. The count on the YouTube video does not always match the count of actually who's watching. They are tricky that way, but that's another story. Remember, we are playing in their matrix when we are using YouTube. We must build our own. Really, to be honest, the spiritual community would be best in getting together and building its own community, even outside of Gaia, which is still corporately controlled, so to speak. But a community where if you are a worker of the light, like Josh or Anybody who wants to post, like Millie, who has her channel, anybody who is posting beautiful, loving things could post their own stuff. So if you're out there, you are a programmer. There you go. There's your $1 million idea. The spiritual network for everybody who wants to be themselves spiritually. Well, we can have our own home because we can, as you can know, Josh knows his counts are all kinds of off here. You post a Pink Floyd video and a Rush video, you get 3 views on Rush. And then final concert, Neil Putt banging the drum. There's something kind of up with that, but that's neither here nor there. So if you're out there and you have computer engineering skills, give me an email, jken, Mr. Floyd, channelings@gmail.com. Mr. Floyd, I always give you my regular email. Mr. Floyd, channelings with an s@gmail.com. It is in the pinned comments there. If you want to, it's an idea, build just the universe of all of us creating our own spiritual world outside of the corporations. We could do that. It's truly up to us. We're going to go ahead and release this channel. We love you. Remember, everything you do creates your universe or does not. Every energy that you push away or work with creates who you are. Every dark energy that flows through you that you decide to just push away, push down, or ignore is a chance for you to figure out why you are having that dark energy and what it is trying to tell you, what it is trying to bring balance into your universe with. Releasing transmission. All right. There we go. Thank you guys for coming back. This will be posted as part 2. I don't fully get the message when I'm channeling there, so it's about bringing in balance and working with your dark energies. So yeah, it's kind of settles in after time, but I usually have to go back and rewatch it. So yeah, if you're having dark energies, there you go. If you're playing in your dark energies, or if dark energies are coming through, there we go. Saint Germain's kind of coming back in there. So if dark energies are coming through, don't push them away. What are they trying to tell you? Find that balance. Been a big lesson in my universe, and there's another one out there that's been a huge lesson for as well. And find that balance. You find that balance, you got a long way going. That's the keys, one of the big keys. All right, I'm grateful for you all. We just got somebody else showed up. I'm grateful for all of you. If you're just showing up, there's going to be 2 parts to this, part 1 and part 2. And then the 30 seconds in the middle there, I'm going to delete that. Thank you guys for coming back. It's my fault, and I apologize for not putting on airplane mode. Bonnie, send me an email as to other times, and I will Thursday. And if you want to work with me otherwise, it's pinned in the comments there. The session lasts over an hour, and if you need a callback or anything, I'm always available. Saint Germain's always available. Thank you guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday otherwise. And my intentions are to take this to different locations at some point. Thank you, Mary. Love you too, where I can go out to like the park, or maybe we'll be channeling on the side of a mountain. So we're going to move this around on Tuesday nights. Well, we have plenty of light right now. It's a 50% chance of rain. Otherwise, we would have gone to the park. So yeah. So, all right. Thank you, Millie. We're going to go to Wages. We're going to raid. If you want to join us, Millie's going to put a link in the chat for Wages World. His name is Mark. Mark is the kindest soul on YouTube I've ever met. I've been watching Mark since his channel was called Blue Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. And if you want, he's the one who I get my space weather from. He taught me space weather. And Mark is about as good a soul as you can get. So we're going to go to Wages World here. So Millie will throw in the chat a link to Wages World. And from there, I'm assuming he's still on because we had that A-class flare. So from there, we'll see you in Wages World. And blessings, everybody. Love you. Millie, if you can throw a chat link in there for Wages World. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this then, otherwise. And love you guys. Thank you, Anna, Vivain. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. If you just got here, it'll be in the replay. I can't pin his channel. It's kicking me out. All right. It's just, I can't pull up a link. So it's just Wages World. So no worries, guys. I'll look it up. Otherwise, I apologize. All right. So I will see you guys later. Love you. Thank you for being here. Have a great night.